Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Revenue Rory here. For those of us in Ontario like me, we all know that LCBO is currently on strike. And for those of us not in Ontario, a lot of you guys are not from Ontario, LCBO is actually the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. That's right. So the liquor business is actually completely regulated and controlled by the Ontario government. It is not private. And recently, all those LCBO locations, they're all on strike. So let's understand why this strike is happening, what the demands are, what the deal is going to be, and how this affects people. So grab a drink, sit down, and let's break it down. So we got OPSEU, which is the Ontario Public Service Employees Union, against the Ontario government. Those are the parties going at it. So here's why everyone's on strike. This is why. The Ontario government wants to give the right to actually sell the beverages to convenience stores, to grocery stores, making it more privatized. And they don't like this regulation so much that literally 9,000 workers of LCBO left their jobs and went out to strike. Now let's get to the demands. They want an 8% raise over 3 years, better access to benefits for part-time workers, converting some casual positions to part-time. So according to that, we can sort of judge that the OPSEU union members really do care about their employment. They want to make sure that they're not going to get laid off, they have better pay, they have better benefits, and they're getting more money to actually work in LCBO instead of getting laid off and get shortened hours. So let's fast forward 2 weeks of literal strike, no LCBO being open, people suffering. And on July 19, just a couple of days before, a tentative deal was actually reached. And here's a tentative deal. The workers got their 8% pay over 3 years, secured permanent part-time positions for 1,000 casual workers, and additional 60 full-time positions were added. But guys, this deal did not come without its drama. This is not a normal strike. There's so many things, so many confusing things, so many things happening. Let me break it down for you. Initially, both sides, they had a deal. They went to the bargaining table, they looked at it, they negotiated, and they ended up with a tentative deal. Great. LCBO is going to be open. Everything looks fine. It's going to go back to normal. Not really. The opposite happened. So the OPSEU members union came out and accused the LCBO of not signing the return to work protocol. What that protocol does is it allows the striking union workers to go back to work and also get the pay for the days that they were actually on strike. But the catch is this: when the union members sent the return to work protocol to be signed to LCBO back, they added more demands that were not discussed when they were negotiating the deal. And LCBO was not happy with that at all. So what they did because of that was they filed an unfair labor practice complaint against the union workers, stating that the new demand should have been brought up at the bargaining table instead of being brought up now after the deal was done. So all that good faith they had in between each other, all that synergy is completely gone. They don't even like each other anymore. Not a good spot to be. And this obviously causes more confusion because, guys, this is literally unpacking itself. Just last weekend, this is all happening. So as of right now, neither OPSEU, LCBO, or anybody for that fact has a clear indication on what the next steps are, as LCBO was supposed to reopen on Monday and Tuesday, but chances are probably not going to happen. Now let's talk about how this affects people. Well, a lot of union members didn't even want to go to a strike in the first place. A lot of them actually hate their leadership. That's been one of the big problems with OPSEU. The leadership is really, really bad. And obviously this causes mass confusion for all the workers. They don't know if they're going to go back to work on Monday or Tuesday. They have no clue. But guys, the one category that this really affects are the ones who actually drink on a day-to-day basis. And for those living near the border of Quebec or just living near the border of any other province, they're having to cross those provinces to get beverages. And for those who do not have that option to go over to provinces, they are stuck. They don't have any other options in Ontario. They've had less access to alcohol than ever before, which honestly, for some people, is a good thing. Trust me, some of them, they don't need to be drinking the amount that they do already. It's a good thing for some, but for others, it's not. So the LBO strike really is just a confusion fest with a mix of outcomes. Workers managed to secure extra earnings and better positions, but no one knows if the deal is actually going to materialize. So guys, if there is any more updates, I'll be sure to notify you and update you as necessary. But for now, like, subscribe, and comment below what you think about the Ontario government's actions to privatize the alcoholic beverage industry. Let me know, and take care of yourself until that time.